At the moment of ejaculation, approximately 300 million sperm travel from the testes through tubes known as the vas deferens into the vicinity of the prostate. Here, the prostate contracts, closing off the passage between the bladder and the urethra, releasing fluid into the urethra and propelling semen onward. This semen, a thick alkaline fluid, serves to shield the sperm from the acidic environment of the female vagina. Enzymes from the prostate gland liquefy the gel, while sugars within nourish the sperm. The remaining seminal plasma is deposited in the vagina. Sperm utilize their tails to navigate through layers of cervical mucus guarding the entrance to the uterus. During ovulation, this barrier becomes thinner and less acidic, fostering a more hospitable environment for the sperm. On the other side, after the egg is released around day 14 of the menstrual cycle, it reaches a specific section of the tube called the ampullary isthmic junction, where it awaits fertilization for approximately 30 hours. Fertilization typically occurs in this region of the tube. Upon entering the uterus, contractions aid in propelling the sperm upward into the fallopian tubes to encounter the awaiting egg. This journey from the vagina to the fallopian tubes is arduous, ensuring that only the healthiest sperm have a chance to fertilize the egg, thereby maximizing the likelihood of a healthy offspring. Although the first sperm arrive in the tubes shortly after ejaculation, they are not usually the ones to fertilize the egg. However, sperm can remain viable within the female reproductive tract for up to 5 days. The critical moment occurs within the fallopian tubes, where cilia push the egg toward the uterus, while surrounding cells of the egg emit a chemical signal that attracts sperm. The journey for sperm involves penetrating through the corona radiata and binding to receptors in the zona pellucida before releasing digestive enzymes stored in the acrosome. Fusion with the egg's plasma membrane follows, causing changes that prevent other sperm from attaching. The sperm's nucleus, containing chromosomes, enters the egg, combining genetic material to form a zygote with a full set of chromosomal DNA, determining various characteristics of the future individual. This zygote, the earliest developmental stage, undergoes rapid division in the days following fertilization. It then travels down the fallopian tube to the uterus, where, after approximately 5 to 6 days, it forms into a blastocyst, about the size of the tip of a ballpoint pen. Only a fraction of fertilized eggs reach this stage, but those that do have a high potential for implantation in the uterine wall, facilitated by the hatching of the blastocyst. Oxygen and nutrients are then supplied by the endometrium. Around 4 weeks from the beginning of the last menstrual period, the blastocyst begins producing pregnancy hormones, signaling the pause of the menstrual cycle. By week 5, the circulatory system, brain, and spinal cord begin to develop, and the tiny heart starts beating. The placenta takes over the role of providing oxygen and nutrients to the growing fetus and removes waste products via the umbilical cord. By week 6, facial features such as the nose, mouth, and ears start to form, and by weeks 7 and 8, the embryo doubles in size, with tiny hands and feet emerging. Between weeks 9 and 12, the embryo is now termed a fetus, with most critical development completed. Facial features become more defined, and the reproductive, circulatory, and urinary systems are advanced.